Immigration enforcement is part of several bills to end up in front of Indiana's General Assembly.
And one of them provides money to our local law enforcement to help with ICE immigration enforcement. Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker has an update on where that bill stands right now.
That bill, Senate Bill 430, is about grant money. It gives local law enforcement federal money for training to help them work with ICE. That work, according to lawmakers, is voluntary. Under 430, local law enforcement would get money to train their officers to identify people they already have in jail or prison who are undocumented, and then let ICE know. Earlier in the session, local police testified that was already happening, with ICE sometimes not even responding to their calls. In the first weeks of his presidency, President Trump signed an executive order calling for ICE to partner with local law enforcement to help deport undocumented immigrants. Governor Braun signed an executive order requiring Indiana State Police to do the same and encouraging cooperation with ICE among local law enforcement, something many testified was already happening. There have been several bills this session dealing with immigration issues, including one that would have required local departments to sign an agreement with ICE to help with enforcement. That bill did not make it out of committee. Senate Bill 430 would give incentives for that cooperation, providing money for training for those local departments. The bill passed by a vote of 12-1, with only Democratic State Representative Renee Pack voting against it.
I have fears about overreaching in this area of immigration. I'm a retired educator, and I've seen the effects of deportation, especially fathers who have to leave their families, who are without anything because usually they're the big money maker of the family. And what I'm saying is not just that, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have these policies in place, but I think what we've got is adequate. And so I don't want to go too much further.
I think everybody can wrap their hands around the fact that these folks are already incarcerated, and there's a program. We're just going to help ICE identify who needs to be adhere to the immigration laws.
Senate Bill 430 only had one person testify today in support of it, a representative from the Indiana Sheriff's Association. Again, there are several bills this session dealing with immigration issues, and some people have already testified that they fear that those bills target the immigrant community and will lead to racial profiling. Supporters of this bill say it is not a mandate. They are using a carrot, they say, rather than a stick to encourage police to work with ICE to help identify people who are already behind bars who could be undocumented. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.